Well guys, this week we're full of projects. Can't always have fun. This is a 2003 Mazda Miata. It's been giving my son some error codes with the evap system. By everything I've read, it could be a leak in the system, cracked hose, just a number of things. But one thing that I found out that's super common is this little piece right here, and the evap solenoid, and also the gas cap back here on the car. So you always want to make sure that it's tight, make sure that it's sealed good, but over time the rubber piece can get crushed and not seal as good. Therefore you could either change the whole cap or the seal. Either way, that's about 10 to 15 bucks. Now this piece is a little more expensive. They can run from as little as 59, 60 bucks all the way to 250. But I got on eBay and got a used part that is guaranteed to be tested and in working order. So we're gonna try that for 10 bucks. Really can't go wrong. And if it fixes the problem, and once they erase the code, if it doesn't come back, then for 10 to 20 bucks we've solved the issue. So anyway, this part is pretty easy to replace. You just take these two hoses off, unplug the electronic part, and of course unbolt this piece, as you can see on the used part. Simple as that. This was very tight. I had to use a pair of pliers to hold on to it because it's kind of on a rubber grommet, just to loosen that nut, because if I just started to turn it, this thing would just wobble and move. So in my case, I had to use a pair of pliers to hold it in place. I didn't want to break. If you take it off, take the hoses off, flip it around, it's on towards the back of the vehicle. You can see right there, you basically push right there on those two tabs. That lifts this piece up and releases it. Now, this is again an old car. Things are brittle. What I did is I helped it out a little so I wouldn't break that plastic piece off by using this little tool or just anything that you could stick in there. So I basically pried this up, right there, up, and it released it. That way I wouldn't have to put so much pressure on this backside, so I helped it out from the front. And that keeps that tab from breaking. All right, let's install it. Putting it back is pretty much a reverse. You slide this in till it clicks, put your two hoses back on, make sure you keep the one that the correct hose to the correct side, and this one on the very front goes around, comes right back around to the engine over here, whereas this canister is the one that goes towards the back of the vehicle, in case you did mix it up. And then just putting the nut back on. If I hadn't had any trouble with the nut or releasing this, and the hoses were kind of stuck as well, the job takes about 2 minutes if you take out the time and effort that it takes to undo these things. But anyway, that's pretty much it. We'll see how that works, and we'll run it like this for a little bit. I'm still waiting on the gas cap, and we'll see if that fixes the problem. So I'm going to keep the old part in case the code comes back and then I find out that it's the gas cap. Then I'll know that this wasn't it, and I'll have an extra or a backup. I never throw anything away. Now if y'all know how to test it, like I said, I'm no mechanic, I'm a parts changer, but like I said, let you know, in this case it could be an easy, simple, and inexpensive fix. Anyway, if y'all know how to check the function of this, feel free to comment. All right. As far as the codes, you will need a code reader to erase the codes, and of course check the codes, or you could go to your local auto parts store and they can check them. The readers nowadays are not that expensive, so you can also, like I said, get you one. If you work on your car quite a bit, it's worth it. All right, y'all take care. Hope that was helpful.